Have you got your stuff? Okay, good. So, the apple, feel free to eat it anytime, but they're really nice and sweet, very good for this hot weather. And the little paper you got, at the end we'll choose one winner to get a yogurt. Okay? And I'm going to show you what you can do with this to help you feel better. So keep those papers with us. We don't use. So my name is Kiloni. I'm a physiotherapist. I don't know if you've ever had experience with any physiotherapist in your history. This is Peace Mutua, who's also a physiotherapist. We work together, and this is Mokazi, who has already made you sweat a little bit, and he's a personal trainer. So all three of us are here to help Romans. We've gone through all your staff areas that you've seen the letter work that you do. And the main reason we're here is to see if we can help you have less pain as part of your work, to improve your posture, look after your body. So going in the future, you don't feel the consequence of the ideas of your work. So really, we want to educate you today and hopefully give you enough information to look after yourself. And please pay attention to this so you can help the other people in your department. The information you have will be shared to the company so that you can give it also to the others who are not here. So those of you who are lucky to be here, please help your other people. And hopefully we'll be coming back to also show them to be better in what they want. Okay? So yes, does anybody know what ergonomics are? Is that a word that you're familiar with? Anybody know what that means? No? Okay. So ergonomics is a very hard word when you think about it, but it just means, ergo means good posture, nomics means laws. Okay, so the laws of being in good body shape. And there are many factors which will go through. So, Mukazi here, can you show us an example of bad posture? Okay. So this is somebody who's not using their body very well. They're hurting their joints, their organs. They're standing maybe on one leg. Okay. They are starting to tilt on one side. If there's somebody in quality control who's already looking like this. So these are bad postures. And what might be good posture? It's something like that. Okay. Now, good postures can be standing, it can be sitting, it can be lifting, it can be transfers of the sacks, it can be anywhere. So our job is to educate you on what is good posture for our job that you have. Okay? Because I think some of you are standing, some of you are sitting, and some of you are doing lifting of 60 kilo sacks. And so we'll go through those with you. Okay? So here what I have is this is what is inside us, inside of every one of us. This is called the spinal bones, the bottom column. Okay? And what happens is your head is up here, and this is your neck. Okay, the part that moves. This is where your rib cage, your chest is. It's all deep organs. And then we have our lower back. Now, the main part we want to protect here for most of you is this part, the lower back. And for some of you are also interested in supporting the neck, the people who are lifting heavy sets. Okay? Now, when you are in a healthy state of spine, it should look like this, like a little S shape. If you don't have this S shape, then you are like supposed to move, you're supposed to do this job, but you just need to do it the right way so you don't practice, because you don't get a replacement of this. You are born with one, and you can find another. Okay? So really, you've got to look after it, because nerve pain can be permanent, it can lose function of your legs, it can lose function of your muscles in the back, you can lose muscles you have in your leg, it can cause a lot of trouble. But it won't cause trouble now, it will cause trouble in the future. Yeah? So we want to educate you so you can protect this and look after it, because we only have one. Okay? So if you have questions in between, you will stop us so we can go over it. Alright? Yeah, let's see what I have next for you. You can pass this around and feel of what's inside you. You understand the yellow are nerves. These are water bodies, these are called discs. This is what everybody has already damaged from 18 years onwards. And then we have all these bones that might go through some arthritis. So just kind of feel that this is something you really want to protect going forward. So you've heard of adult health and safety. This is why we have dust coats. This is why we have gaps that we're looking after. There's other safety aspects. Health is also, wearing good amount of equipment on you, good shoes, good chairs, good tables that are of good height. So we've already picked up some errors in the facility, which will hopefully help correct by giving feedback to the bigger people here. But there are many reasons why you might have some of the pains that you have. Does anybody have pain here? Back pain? Yes? Neck pain? Neck pain? Yeah. Back pain? Yeah. Is it bad? Yeah. So you have back pain. Do you have anything? You have pain? It's very good to share. Wrist pain, what job do you do? And what does that look like? What do you do? Coffee from the beans. And you're taking it in a vessel or with your hands. And you're putting it somewhere. With one hand mostly. And what do you do, sir? Loading. Yeah, to the trucks. And are you using the conveyor belt or are you lifting? Lifting? Even on the neck? On the back? With two people. And that gentleman there, what job is yours? Gardener. Sweeping. Okay. You need to change your position. Yeah. And here, back pain? Anybody? Someone there have pain? How is going to help you?
I'd say neck.
Neck pain? Yeah. What job are you doing here?
I'm a data clerk at QC.
Okay.
So most of the time I spend my time
looking down.
Okay, my monitor just that's the full level.
The screen is not enjoyable.
So you have to look down. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll try and come into this because 2 or 3 people already have pain as part of their work. Others might not have pain now, but every the work is one, the physical body's health is another, okay, so you're fit for your job. Because I was trying to ask the people who are learning here, do they do any form of strength training so that this becomes an easy job for them? And I think the answer is no. They're not building the muscles that they're going to use to do this job. They're just normal people who are unemployed and so that's where we need to come in. So there's a proper way of lifting things and there's an improper way of lifting things. So Okazi is going to take a weight here and show us how we, in fact we'll get a few people here to show us how they will lift things and then we'll rest. So maybe the gardener, the lifter will come and show us how you lift this weight from the floor.
So how do you lift it from the floor?
Yeah.
Take it back down.
Okay. And here, so let's take one or two people from here to then show us how you lift. Maybe you number two. Show us how you okay?
Connections are linked, but they want an address.
You see your right hand constant. Sometimes, but most of the time, one hand. Okay. So that's why we are here to talk. And of course, ladies normally start with.
So I think only two people are correct here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lady
And the first
the first line. Just if you are all hurting that spine that I just made you. And you're hurting it. So sitting here, you're 100% loading. By doing what you did there, that's almost 400% of weight in the frog. So he did 100% in sitting and 100% here. You guys have multiplied it by 4, the injury. The injury of course.
So try to think of it like this is the spine, right? It's a way to start. It's all. So, like he did, I can give him maybe 80% max out of 100. You went well down like this. But then your spine was like this. So I give you max for the engaging the leg muscles, but now the back. Okay, so ideal way is to distribute the weight, because see how you are, try to imagine what you're doing to your spine. Okay, so the weight is here, I'll engage my leg muscles more, because your leg muscles can carry so much weight. Chest forward, I suck in the lower back, so that it's out of the way. You can imagine if I do like this, I'm engaging the lower back, which might have some repercussions later. So chest forward and engage the leg muscles, because they're able to hold a lot of weight, right? When you're coming up, again, think about how you're distributing the weight to the spine. So we have spine condition, yeah? We have the lordosis, kyphosis, scoliosis, yeah? And constant, like I saw you picking with one hand. And you do that most of the time. Or maybe someone who is holding a broom, or maybe weight from one side. And most of the loaders, we realize, they are picking the bags from one side to the other, constantly. How many bags per day? So many. Oh, of course, at the end of the day, someone has to take home some more money, right? But what am I doing to my spine? In the long run, there is no balance from this side to the other side. So the spine constantly is, so over a period of time, the spine is shifting. You used to have teachers in school who used to carry heavy books. And And over time they get, we used to call it academic angle of inclination, right? So this is what we are here to try and correct and help you. Yeah. So like Frontline Physiotherapy is also trying to work with the management so that like the term ergonomics, the work space can be good for you. So sometimes not you being good to the workspace. Sometimes when you adapt to the workspace, you get long-term effects, spine effects, yeah, cervical effects. So that's what we are here working hand in hand. Like now the management, how to make you guys, how to make the workspace good for you in the long run. When you retire and you go back to the villages, you'll understand what she's telling you now. So we are here trying to correct, like going back 10, 20 years. That's why we are here.
So you understood what he said, right? And then there's also a point to note, especially for these guys, it's if you live this way because you show them the safe zones to, it's called the power zone, is where it's the safest to carry most weights as a skeleton. So I want you to just move it from side to side like this down here.
From here?
Yeah.
To the side.
So this is the unsafe zone. Okay? If we're doing this job, this is unsafe. You're hurting yourself. Now I want you to move up a little. This is still unsafe area. Okay, if you're doing any job like this, it's still unsafe. Let's move up now, somewhere around the pelvis here, this becomes safe. We can move into this area, we can carry heavy weight here, we can carry heavy weight up to here, but anything now above or below, you're unsafe, you're hurting yourself. You're just putting that out because you're trying to, but you're hurting yourself. So just so you know, that's what we're going to teach you is that we must use a lot of power from in here and a lot of power from these big groups of muscle so that you don't hurt the back every time you're visiting or bending down. This is the problem, is everybody is just doing this in this whole fashion. All of you are doing repetitive this, you're hurting yourself. I need you to start using the muscles that you have, bend down, pick up, use this big group of muscles and come back. So it protects your joints. Okay? And the same thing with the neck, the person who has neck pain, is if we try and set your workplace, maybe we can check it, so we can look after how this weight is distributed. Because if you're spending 8 hours looking down, this might be 3 kilos of weight. By looking here, you've done 18 kilos of weight. So you're increasing the strains their spine has to hold. So just so you understand in perspective, if I made you hold 3 kilos and 18 kilos for 8 hours, one hand will stop working. Yeah? So just because it's doing its job without giving you trouble doesn't mean that it's okay. You have to look after it.
Because like holding this for a period of time, I can still feel a tilt on my spine.
It's almost like it's trying to...
From physics, laws of physics, yeah? From the center of gravity, you are tilting it forward. When you carry something in front, you tilted it forward. So it has a spine effect because you are tilting, the force is going forward. And that's what we also discuss when ladies are pregnant for a period of time, 9 months. So there's always a back issue. You've experienced this most of the time. There's always a back issue. Why? Because the force, the weight is always in front. Yeah? So like they say, how you tilt, how you carry the weight. So you need to engage the correct muscle. So at least the spine is out of the way and you have safer days ahead of you.
So that's the standing is lifting. We'll go through twisting and all of that in the demo. If we can move to sitting and standing jobs, which I think some of you are doing.
Actually, what we found out is basically what we're talking about. So, if you please go through any questions, you can ask us as we continue. So the way we go to the prolonged standing is Okay, no, not okay. Okay. I can imagine the other people around the people there are also doing a bit of study. Some study is not bad, but when you read for a long period of time, then it can actually interfere with the circulation around the brain. So we can have circulatory issues which can affect our legs, which can affect our heart. And we need to know that over time, if we continue standing without moving and being to take rest and sitting, that can actually affect us. Also, we can imagine that standing for long can make us compensate using some muscles, because sometimes you find that you've been standing for this position for a very long period of time. Now you want to stay like this because now your body is trying to adjust to the load and the force that you have in the environment. So you might end up doing like this, you might end up doing this. I don't know, people have weird things that they do. Maybe you can show me what you do when you stand for long. Show me. Stand and show me how you would adjust. How would you adjust if you were standing for long? Like that. See that one, right? Show me what you would do if you were standing for long. Maybe in a queue. That maybe you want to get someone was promising something and you're being told that you have to queue, so that how would you start showing? If you were to stand there for 4 hours, show me how you would stand. And then we correlate it to the jobs that I've seen you guys doing. How would you stand? Come on, choke out the smash the whole day. So the body would go like this. So you find that because of the compensatory ways of adjusting to that posture, you might fit it a bit. Some people might do this, some people may have movements within an result, so that people can invest more in not expensive shoes, but comfortable shoes. That's why you see some people wear trainers, they move. You can see a lady in a dress, but they're wearing trainers. No pun intended. But it's because they're comfortable and you're able to move around and you're able to absorb shock on the feet, and that prevents pain and other issues that may come about in terms of because of prolonged standing. Those circulatory issues that I was mentioning about, we could have something called varicose veins. Varicose veins can occur as some abnormally looking veins on the legs. We see
Does anybody have varicose veins?
like they look like webs running on the feet. Men also have, we see it commonly in women, pregnant women, people who stand for long, like teachers, hairdressers, someone else who stands for long, you guys who stand for long. So you find that those varicose veins can also cause issues with circulation. And we'll tell you on ways in which you can be able to deal with that in case you have an individual who has issues.
It's like a body's pump. You see like how we have the water pumps in our house? You hear the machine is on, it's sending water up the tank. The same way we have our own pumps in our body that's sending blood from down up to down. Now for people who are standing for long periods, that pump will get tired. You will not be able to push blood all the time because you are not moving, you are not sitting, you are not resting, you are not taking the weight off. So it's just going to sag, or anything that looks like really good pumps is now going to look like rubber. It's very old and it's going to struggle to push blood to the heart. So you get foot disease and this is a very common. Sometimes it's worth just looking at your legs, looking behind the knees, somewhere in these muscles, and see if you can see somewhere and look up to it. And then also with footwear, you check your shoes now. But anything that's pointy is so bad because your toes need to move. Yeah? You need to be able to move and support you. If you restrict them, they're not handling very well. Yeah? So even if you just have a look, I think from here, the gentleman with the white shoes is okay. Yeah, the first three are not great. This man's are probably, what's your job? Standing? What do you do for work stand? Huh? Gardening. So we need better shoes. I think the beige ones are okay. Next ones are okay. Neck pain bad. The lady bad shoes for standing. Here we are okay. All these three are challenged.
Especially the ladies are the ones who struggle so much with shoes. Flat shoes around the legs, and you can be able to get like something that insole like a raised heel, especially if you're standing. Very all right, so we went through the standing postures when Wakazi was showing you in terms of showing you in terms of the curvatures that we have. How some people, Wakazi was showing how some people stand like this. You see people who actually stand like this. There are people who stand like this. There are people who stand like there are people who have very interesting postures. Even from that handout, I just been given, you can see the different standing postures. And this one, this actually causes compensation and can cause back pain because if you don't have a correct posture, you get good blood flow, you can get the muscles straining, you can get the structures being restricted, and this can actually cause you pain if you stand in that position for a long period of time.
In fact, we can also show them what neutral standing.
Yeah.
So if we just have maybe one person, the first gentleman, white shoes gentleman, what's your name? Wilson, let's get Wilson, we'll get you, you stand, let's get you here. Maybe one person from here.
Volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer. I think where I can see where something to change here. So usually when we have a body that we are seeing, what is good posture, which we are using a lot, is that the head should be placed well over the shoulders. We don't want somebody who's spending their time here. We also don't want somebody whose shoulders are spending time here. We also don't want somebody's shoulders to be sitting like this, a bit too much upright. We don't want the back to be doing like this. Yeah, like this lady was doing sitting. So this is what I'm going to correct, and we'll try and correct these guys and see if they're good postures or bad, so you understand. Let's start with you, okay? So with this lady, if I want to correct her, you can see her ears are far from the shoulder. So I will double chin inside my chicken. Okay, look up a bit, look down a bit. Stay there. Then these guys. And then we have too much of an arch, we will touch the body a little. Okay, so this is how I will correct you. You see how preference is to go here and to drop here. So now she's increasing like 18 kilos I was talking about, she's reaching 22. But she could use her muscles better and look after this rather than wanting to become like this. Yeah? And let's check this lady out. So even here I see, you can see her ears have gone really far forward. I will do a double chin, this will be a better place. We'll drop these down, hit them back a little. And again, this person uses a lot of weight here, you can see. So we will have to learn to correct and reduce that weight, shifting a little forward. And I can see that you prefer to stand on this side. Our spine is actually curved already. It is a choice. If you look at this spine, you can see her weight wants to come around here. Yeah. And I think this is the perfect posture. It's nothing to correct here. You have listened to what I said.
He was correcting himself. He was auto-correcting himself.
Listen, it's fine. Only thing is toes are out, so get toes pointing forward. And so Wilson is the best one. Just so you know, you don't want to see your colleagues like this. Yeah, you don't want to see them. If you're seeing them, tell them, help them. And let them also help you and say, just come and touch me, just help me improve. You know, because the more people tell you in 3 4 months, you will learn to look after yourself. But if you don't look after each other, even back at your workplace, they will struggle.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Yes,
Because it just demonstrated for the last time.
good posture. Yeah. So we want the head, the weight of the head close to the shoulders. Okay. We don't want the head to be facing forward or to be dropping like this. Okay, like this lady. We want the head to be close to the shoulders. Then we want the weight to be taken in this big muscle. These are big bones, so we want them to carry the weight, and we want to put them in a good. If they are staying forward, round the shoulders, now these bones are not working, all the weight is going in the spine. So we really just want to correct that weight and use these big muscles and bones to carry the weight. And then with the spine, we don't want to be arching forward or arching backwards like this. We want to be neutral. So really, ears, shoulders, spine, knees should draw one line. That will be good. Now, if any of these points are further, then you know you are not in that line. The same will be in sitting. Will be in sitting. We want you to be ears, shoulders, and hip all together. But if you are like this, then you are very far from the line. It will hurt you.
For those who carry the balance of our
Yeah.
myself, I've done an experiment where I used to carry, that waist is back. So you put it on one side and you walk. Then at the end of the day, you feel something weird on the spine. Because the force keeps shifting. Understand? So most people are used to carrying things from one side and will never compensate to the other side. So long term, okay. And mostly ladies because of the handbag. And so that's how we are doing to our spine. So it's here to
Even men who sit in now, it's better.
it's better because at least it's giving that closer to the trend.
And also backpack should be 10% of your body weight, maximum. So if you are 100 kilos, we only want maximum 10 kilos. If you are carrying 12 kilos, now imagine you have a young child and their bags are bigger than their body. So all of that is already starting to create a problem from a very young age. And so here we have to help these guys because they are lifting close to 50% of their body weight, if not more, as part of their work. So that's where we work with them with detail and their workshop. So weights equally distributed better, but even men, we have so many people in the clinic who are sitting up with the wallet in one bag. Now for them, their one pelvis is higher. You can't see, but they're sitting with the wallet, with a handkerchief, whatever, in that same ID, license, whatever, keys. So they have these problems, and then they say, why do I have that university? It's because they are creating these problems. So really look after the spine. Like I said, it doesn't come back. What you have now is all you have. And the pain really, I don't know what's the maximum age here, but around 25, 36, you will start to feel a bit uncomfortable. And then it just gets worse.
Right, so from that handout, you can see there's something called a standing marker. This image here, can you see that? So that's one way of adjusting your workspace. If you're someone who works in front of, who uses a laptop for a long period of time, you can see they have a desk, they have a footrest, they're standing upright and they can use their keyboard. So this is someone who's working in front of a computer and you're either using a laptop or a screen. So this is a way of actually adjusting your workspace so that you're not putting too much pressure either on the foot, too much pressure on the hip, too much pressure on the spine, or even the neck. You can see how modified that is, right? There's a chair there behind which they can use because it has like an adjustable back with an armrest. Have you ever seen this before? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, so this could be helpful, all right? So the things that we can use to adjust, we've spoken about footrests, right? We can use for issues that could come about because of prolonged standing. We can use compression stockings for individuals who have varicose veins or issues with swelling or circulatory issues that come about because of that. And also we can create some space under the desktop, which we call a toe space. For example, let me use a kitchen, or even from the counters that I've seen you guys using. You can imagine this is a counter, and then there's a board here, right? And you're standing there for a long period of time, and you're leaning forward. Your feet don't have enough space to actually allow you to go under the desk. Can you see where my feet are? So you can imagine if I don't have space here, what I'll do is I'll either move forward like that, or I'll end up putting my toes up. So that can also cause some foot pain, calf pain. It can even cause other compensatory pains all the way up. So that is one way of adjusting your workspace so that at least you can be in a better position and posture when you're standing for a long period of time. So I'll rush quickly to sitting. I've seen there's so many individuals also in the same workspace here that spend some time in sitting. When we're sitting, we have to make sure that we're supporting our backs, we're supporting our hips, we're supporting our knees, and we're supporting our feet. And also reducing the pressure on the neck. Because most of the time we end up, even if it's a chronic thing when people now are using phones, we're like this. When you're using a laptop, you're like this. When you're working in the factory, I saw someone putting the parts into a box. They're like this. Someone else is writing something. So we need to watch our posture when you're sitting. So we use Makari to show us how we need to be sitting.
What we have here, this is the inside. Okay? These are the bones that we're looking at. Now, most of you here, actually all of you, are sitting like this inside. All of you are sitting like this. So your body weight is coming here on this spine. All of you are sitting like this. And really, we want the pelvis to be like this. So that the body weight can be put in these big bones. Okay? So that here, all of you are like nearly to you, but the rest are all sitting like this. You can see the weight is going on the spine. It's not being carried in the body. Okay? So there are these bones here in your bum, which we are going to come and touch with consent. But I want to educate you of where that weight should be. So whoever gets time to sit and has a chance to do, the weight distribution should be there. By putting the weight there, the whole spine is straight. Remember, it's all connected. Yeah? So start by putting that in a good position. Neck pain will be helped by something like this. So we'll just come around and correct you so you're aware of where that body should be. And I also tell people to make it easier, it's like a bucket of water that's full. Okay? For most people here, we are pouring like water downwards. I just need you to learn to keep the weights and the water in the middle. So you're not pouring forward, you're not pouring back. That's keeping it. So maybe we just come around and show you where the weight should be. Is it okay like this? So this is the bone that you need to carry the weight. So it's good. You see? So the weight is distributed equally. But if you're collapsing, his weight is going where? Yeah, maybe you guys can check because
Alright, so I'll just touch it up. And basically what we're talking about is mentioned outwards.
and you see that
Just it's very easy. So wherever we get so sometimes yourself to now you see for you let me see you do that. So basically that's what we're not
and this you put pressure or you look for places of pain. and you massage. And you can place it anywhere, even here on the bum, the people that are pain on the bed. Just
Sasa kwa shingo especially for those who stand for long, you do this tree, you're all welcome to try.
So we can do so many stretches on this one. Number one can be the rotators. Okay? Clockwise, 10 or 20. Then remember always to do anti-clockwise, 10 or 20. Okay? The same ball I can use for my arms. But make sure you have the balance. Okay? So from here, we can do crunches. Very nice. Again on the back. Okay? Again, you can use it for stretches. You relax and just think about your kids. Okay? So next, we can do squats, wall squats over here. Okay? It's a very good actually to give you like the right posture for squats. Okay? So you go down, it supports me. So it gives me
that minty, cool feeling, especially if you feel like in an area is very painful and hot. Yeah, it's great.
those who have given this class who have volunteered to offer this to them. So a bit of massage for you in places you want some relief.